Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Push Radio's most anticipated main event, Ringside ATL, your number one source for verbal fisticuffs and black love, wellness, and support. I'm your host, Tre Amazing, part-time stripper, part-time pastor, but full-time dating commentator. Seated next to me, bringing the heat in these streets, is the incomparable titan of Tung Fu, the Golden Gloves griot herself, Miss Kimelia. All right, top of the afternoon, everyone. This is Ringside ATL, brought to you by Push Radio. And we're in it all up again, and we're about to get this thing started once again. How you doing, Kimelia?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing today?
I'm good. But check this out. I want to talk about something very integral to relationships, particularly with men and women. And we're talking today about child support specifically, and this has not been passed, but the issue with child support and people having to report all their expenses and everything they do with child support every month. How do you feel about that? I know, right? Look says it all.
Where's the censor button on that thing? Because I have some choice words about the matter.
Well, the censor button is stuck in traffic right now, so we're going to have to do without it.
Okay, we'll just have to censor myself. Let's see. Last time I checked, the national average for child support payments was like $420, and that's the national average. So we're talking about whether you're in rural Mississippi or in Silicon Valley, and that is not enough money for you to be checking me about what I do with the coins. If it means that much to you, come get your kid.
All right, come get your kid. But check this out.
Come get them.
So, but it is called child support, right? Mm-hmm. It's not called baby mama support.
Right.
It's not called mama support.
Right.
It's not called grown-ass adult
And it's
support.
also not called magic. I mean, I don't know where people get off thinking that their $200 a month is buying a Benz or getting somebody's hair done. Like, let's be real here. A lot of people that are paying child support are delusional. Like, they really think, oh, my $400 a month got her that house, or she's spending it on this. Like, no, I spend more than that on bundles when I get them.
For 19 cents a day, you can provide for a starving child in Ethiopia.
Right.
So I
and
know
that's
for $200,
a country where the exchange rate is, as such. So what do you think it is here? How much does it cost you to live a day?
Don't worry about that.
How much does it cost you to live a day?
I got expensive taste. It costs a lot for me.
Okay, well, no, I mean, at your bare minimum, like housing, lights, water, all that shit.
In one day? Or
like, how much does it cost you a day? Because my rent as a single childless woman, just being in the city close to her job, it boils down to $50 a day.
But that's, okay, my whole thing is child support, meaning support.
If there was a kid in there, it would be $25 for that kid a day.
But does that preclude the mama from financially contributing to it as well?
How is the mom not financially contributing if the kid is in my house, running my damn water, turning the lights on, breaking shit? Like, that's my contribution.
So if
transportation day in and day out to school and activities, feeding them. Yeah.
So if the child support is actually going towards the child, what is the issue of actually reporting it to the state? Of actually saying, like, look, I bought this is where that, whatever, $2, $3, $1,500 you get, this is where all this money is going. I mean, any major corporation, they have to report all expenditures. So what?
If you were worried about that, first of all, I'll say this. I think that is something that a lot of men are pushing for, to be petty, because if you were still in the house, you would not be clocking it that hard. You're just mad because you're not there and you're not in full control of the situation. So you want to try to control the situation by asking me for an itemized report.
I mean,
I don't ask you why you can't give me more than $400 a month.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Petty is definitely the word.
As
you got some of these women folk, not all. You got some women folk who are working kiosks at the mall, asking for $2,000 a month. And I'm like, are you really spending all that on this child?
No, probably not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do think that there are definitely people that take advantage of the system. But once again, people look at, these extravagant situations and think like all women are like that. And I'm like, no, you're not an NBA player. You're not a rapper. You're not some big figure on TV. Like, you're
Hey,
payment is
just because I do data entry don't mean you got to tax me like that.
You don't have to clock me like that for $250. I mean, if I can go out here and get a weekend job at your local diner and make more in tips than what you're giving me a month, like, it's safe to say that I didn't have a baby by you so that I could get that money.
All right.
Come on with the jokes.
Okay. We're going to see about that. Okay, check this out, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you time to get some water and breathe in between rounds. we about to sashay and shimmy on into round 2 in a minute after we pay these bills. But check this out. When I come back, I got some heat for you, okay?
All right, that's fine.
Because I ain't playing.
I'm not playing either.
Y'all stay tuned. Check it out. We're going to be right back. If you got fast-acting dial-up, make sure you find us on the interweb at ipushradio.com. All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Ringside ATL, brought to you by Push Radio. And today we are talking about child support and reporting every month what you do with all them daggone coins. All right, so Kimelia and I, we find ourselves in the throes of a disagreement as usual, but it's all good. So I personally think there should be nothing wrong if you are receiving child support, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Let's be clear on that. It's not gender specific. But if you are receiving child support, what is the issue of reporting exactly what you're doing with each and every penny of that child support in reference to the child? So you brought up something that I actually want to bring up. Okay, so allegedly back in the day, when I know what it's like to receive unemployment, right? Allegedly, you can't prove this. Unemployment really is supposed to help you with bills, your, keeping the lights on, so on and so forth, while you're in between jobs. I definitely know what it's like to receive unemployment and go eat sushi a couple times a week. Okay. In addition to paying my bills, keeping the lights on, I know what it's like to take unemployment money and go buy shoes, so on and so forth. I know that's just the case with unemployment, and allegedly that may or may not have been the case with me. Can't prove anything. So what is wrong? But even with unemployment, you have to report the things you do. You have to report to the state the money that they send you every month. What are you doing? How many job interviews have you gone on? What are you doing to find a job, so on and so forth. So I guess that's always been my push for what is wrong. If you are receiving money, court-stated, issue, mandated money, what is wrong with saying this much money went to school tuition, this much money went to school supplies, this much money went into uniforms? What's wrong with actually putting that in a report and reporting that? Because
it's petty. Like I said before, that's all it is. If you and I were still together, you wouldn't care if I went and got some $8 sushi.
Want to bet?
You would not care. It would not matter to you at the end of the day. And, as the person that brought your child into the world, like, is it really upsetting you that much if I wanted to treat myself to a pair of shoes? And if your child is happy and they're healthy and they're thriving, like, what are you checking me for? Now, I can understand if you think there's some kind of neglect or abuse going on, or if there's some new person living in my house not working and it looks like I'm supporting them, with your millions that you're giving me every month. But if neither of those things are the case, then leave me alone.
Well, I can't leave you alone, Kimelia. I mean,
Why?
You can have my child off on me, and it seemed like everything is based on, why is everything based on the honor system? Like, this is child support. We're supposed to just believe we're giving you this however much money a month, and we believe that you
honor
are actually...
system, I gave you a baby and you're not even with me anymore.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know whose fault it is, but either you didn't marry me or you left or something went wrong that we couldn't work out. So, the whole kid was had on an honor system. We thought we were going to be together.
You told me you couldn't get pregnant.
Now we're going, that's another show.
Okay.
That's a whole other show.
Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna do that. But anyway,
right.
All I'm saying is, if we're giving you this 400 or 500, whatever month, and we're saying it's in actual black print, child support, meaning support the child, why are you using it for hair, nails, crab legs, and margaritas?
Who says that we are using it for that? You're not with me anymore. You're not in my life. Therefore, you don't know how I'm making money. I think that's a common misconception that I'm living this life and just balling out on your dime. You know, if she is employed, you don't know, she might have gotten a raise. She might have a new person in her life that's giving her money. You know, we ride through and we see women, you know, slinging plates and braiding hair and babysitting kids all in the same house. We don't report all that money. So how do you know? No.
You don't report all that paparazzi jewelry money?
I don't know how that works. Actually, I don't sell paparazzi jewelry. Just FYI.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess, you know, you have women, and we've seen this, you know, it's come up in the Ringside group. It's come up from people who 1 month child support is $500. Then something happens and 2 months later, oh, now it's $800. What happens where this push to increase child support, but the child's still in the same school, same old raggedy, dusty uniforms, same old, you know, nappy hair. Nothing is happening. But for whatever reason, child support has to increase. And so if you have a actual good enough reason, what's wrong with just actually reporting and saying this is the reason why?
I mean, the reason is it wasn't enough money to damn begin with. I mean, I could see if you were giving me $1 million and now I'm asking for $1.1 million, but we're talking about $400 and $500 here. I mean, daycare alone puts you in the negative. We were just talking about this. I mean, what's the average cost of daycare on the low end now? I think maybe 100, 150 a week. I'm speaking to somebody with no kids here, but you know, 150 a week, that's $600 a month. You giving me 500 now, I'm down 100 and I still have to get the kid there, feed them, clothe them every day except weekends.
You know what?
Boom, here's your itemized report.
We're going to see.
You're in the negative.
We're going to see what the judge says
already
about that because, I'm going to.
The judge can come get these kids.
You know what?
So I can have Juicy Crab on the weekends.
I stay up late, so when I see these infomercials for lawyers, I need an attorney. So I need someone to come argue my case in child support court. It's called child support court, right?
That's fine. And what they're going to tell you is that it is based off of your income. She is not harming the child in any way. The child is taken care of. It doesn't look like she's abusing it. And if you're that concerned, sir, we can up your time with the kid. But it's funny. There was a roundtable discussion last year, and it was 10 men that paid child support. And everybody was asked if you could switch places with your child's mother, would you? And 8 out of the 10 looked at her list of daily responsibilities, and they said no. So I think that speaks volumes. Send me the money and be quiet.
You think you bad, don't you?
I have the glasses.
Oh, she got the glasses. Okay. You know what? That's an interesting segue. We're going to march into this round 3 after we pay these bills real quick. But trust and believe, we're going to come right back.
Child support bills.
I don't know about all that, but trust and believe, we're going to come right back and we're going to get this thing popping once again. Welcome back, everybody. This is round 3. We are kicking things off here on Ringside ATL here on Push Radio. And we are talking about what we talked about, child support and reporting that ish every month, itemized. The state needs to see it. I need to see it. I need to know what you're doing with my money. Kimelia, what are you doing with my money?
What are you going to do if there's something that you don't like on the report?
Then I'm going to get my professional lawyer that I saw in an infomercial at 3:20 in the morning, and we will argue to the judge to bring this straight down.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do with that money.
All right, that's fine. And you can come get your kid for more than 2 days a week.
Well, I ain't say all that.
A day and a half.
Okay, wait a minute.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
They can come and run your bill up.
You breaking the routine now. Okay, we had a deal. We had an arrangement.
Right.
So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, is it that much of is the issue actually reporting what you're spending with the money, like itemizing, or is it a fear of listing something that may not be deemed suitable or commensurate to child support? What's wrong with the state actually seeing the comings and goings of the money?
What's wrong with them seeing it? I think it's the intention and the reason for you wanting to see it. It's childish. It's petty.
Okay, so
that's really what it is.
Yes or no? And be honest. Have you or have you not ever heard of any woman ever saying they're going to use child support for hair, nails, or liquor or anything?
I see women pull the card out. However, what they do express to me is that this is a reimbursement, because I see so many women go without to take care of their child, you know, that by the time that money comes in, it's like, whew, okay, I can get, you know, the manicure that I would have wanted to get, you know, before, but I spent that on diapers instead. Oh, okay, well, I can get my car fixed, you know, and I couldn't do that before because I spent this on the child instead. Sacrifices were already made, so by the time your money actually hits that card, it's just a reimbursement.
So, I mean, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier as far as it's child support, it's supplement. It's not supposed to do every single thing and cover everything 100%. It's a man's contribution, but the man's contribution from...
The man's contribution is shit. It's not enough. Well, it's not enough.
Well, damn. What's wrong? Okay, so what's wrong with tailoring the lifestyle, your lifestyle as well as the kids, to that money? If you're only getting $500 or whatever a month, why not say, okay, maybe not Ralph Lauren, maybe the child needs to wear Old Navy. Maybe instead of, you know, luxury items, maybe we need to temper back a few things and just say, okay, you know what? It's okay to go to the dollar store. It's okay to go to Walmart or use coupons. What's wrong with tailoring your life?
Maybe it's okay for you to pick up your kid and take the kid shopping and buy the clothes yourself. And then you can control exactly how much is being spent on those things.
Do you think, and, you know, this is just opinion, but do you think it's fair for, you know, you have baby mamas or whatever out there asking for more money for their child if they see the father living a certain lifestyle, wearing certain clothing or doing certain things? You know, people want to believe that if the father is living a certain way, then it shouldn't be neglect on the child. Like if the father is wearing Purple Label polo, then the child shouldn't be walking around wearing Oshkosh Bagosh. You think that's fair?
I don't think that that's appropriate necessarily. I mean, we're talking about an adult that works versus a child that doesn't. But should a kid be wondering where their next meal is going to come from? Or should a kid be going without decent clothing and shelter? Or riding in an unsafe vehicle, you know, with mom while dad is out here living his best life? I think a man should care, or the other party should care about the person that, you know, helped bring the child into being.
No, that part I agree with. I mean, I think everyone, man or woman, regardless of who has custody or not, you should care about this child. We agree on that. The
child and the person that gave this child to you. You know, I don't want to go too off topic, but having a baby truly is a blessing. And these days it's a luxury and a privilege. I mean, people that have infertility issues or that are single and want to adopt, they know the high cost of adoption, of surrogacy, of IVF, and all these other treatments. So the fact that somebody gave you a legacy for free, why does that all of a sudden mean nothing because you're not together anymore? And now you want to clock my $200 that you give me a month.
Well, we can debate that whole free word, but, you know, that's another topic for another show, for another day.
For nothing. It did not cost you the long adoption process, the painful IVF or infertility treatment process. It didn't cost you any of those things. You got an heir for nothing.
For nothing.
For just the cost of a kid.
You're killing me. You're killing me. But you know what? You know what? I got some. Okay, this ain't over. Okay, a sequel is coming.
That's fine.
Because we gonna.
That's fine. My opinion will be the same. Then
we're gonna revisit this. Okay.
How much time we got left? I have another point.
Oh, check it. No, we doing this. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much. This has been an eventful.
You're lucky.
Ringside ATL. I'm lucky.
Yes.
Okay.
Extremely fortunate.
A rematch is coming, y'all. Everybody, y'all need to stay tuned. This is Ringside ATL, brought to you by Push Radio. We're gonna see y'all again next time. We're gonna see you. It's gonna be payday, and I'm keeping my money. All right, family, don't forget to find Ringside Group on Facebook and make sure you join in on all the fiery debates daily. Also, follow us on IG at iPushRadio. And if you got fast acting dial-up, make sure you find us on the interweb at iPushRadio.com. And lastly, do your sex and marriage life a favor and find all audio shenanigans of Ringside ATL on SoundCloud, iTunes, as well as the website ipushradio.com. As always, this is Tre Amazing and Miss Kimelia signing off, and we'll catch y'all on payday.